Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video we are going to understand the concept of VPC peering. So what is VPC peering? VPC peering is a private networking communication or connection between two virtual private cloud that allow them to communicate with each other just like they are the part of same network without going through the internet. So what does it mean basically? Suppose you have two virtual private cloud as part of your AWS account. In one virtual private cloud you have set up your web applications, and in another virtual private cloud you have set up your database connections. Now the application which is on VPC1 wants to communicate to a database which is on VPC2. So how you can set up a communication or connection between two different networks? So for that purpose we use a VPC peering. So basically it will create a private tunnel between two virtual private cloud, and all the connection or communication happen through that tunnel itself. So let's understand with the help of a diagram. So this is my AWS region where I have two virtual private cloud, VPC1 and VPC2. Now I have few resources as part of this VPC. Suppose we have a EC2 instance. If you can see the range here, the IP range is different in VPC1, and for VPC2 IP range is different. Like for VPC1 it starts from 10.0 and for VPC2 it starts from 11.0. So it means they are on a different network and they cannot communicate with each others. Like suppose for this EC2 instance wants to communicate to this EC2 instance, then they cannot communicate directly with their private IP address. Either they have to go through the public IP address. So for that what we do basically, we will create a VPC peering. So in VPC peering basically we attach these VPC to a VPC hub, we can say in simple words. So from this peering connection, the connections or the communication happen. So for that definitely we need to update our route tables to flow. Like basically route tables are our navigation systems which help us to distribute or to basically direct the traffic, okay, how and where the traffic needs to flow. So these route tables needs to update. But suppose if you have another VPC cloud here, suppose VPC3 we have here, VPC3, in that case this VPC1 cannot communicate to VPC3 because there are no transit peering connection. So for that again we have to create a peering connection between to this VPC, and from this VPC also we have to create a connection. So it means, what does it mean basically? So you can communicate VPC1 to VPC2, but if you have another VPC, in that case you cannot communicate directly from VPC1 to another VPC which we will create. So for that again you have to set up a peering connections. So actually if we use a VPC connection and if we have more virtual private cloud, then it will become little messy to manage, because you have to create two routes tables you have to update, sorry, two routes you have to update in each tables. So that is little complicated, and to overcome this issue we have another service called AWS Transit Gateway that we will discuss in another video. In this video just want to give a quick overview what is VPC peering. So in summarize, VPC peerings help us to communicate or to set up a communication between two different virtual private cloud, so the resources can communicate with each other privately without going to a public internet. So I hope it's clear. In case if you have any doubts, you can ping me over comments. I have already created a detailed video on VPC peering where I have also demonstrated how we can set up a VPC peering. So I will add that video link in a description box. So if you want, you can go and watch out the complete setup. So that's all for today. See you next video. Thank you so much.